Hello. Oops, sorry about that, guys. Hello, and welcome to Follow Up Ideas for Tennis Clubs. 3 tips for using follow up at your tennis club to grow your membership. This quick webinar is going to be strictly for tennis club owners, and I'm going to give you guys a few follow up tips that you can use to uh, grow your revenue and your membership in 3 months or less. It's very important that you guys get in the habit of understanding the power of follow up, and that you make sure that your staff understand this, and that you get them to buy into this too. Okay, guys, it's very important. Let me state that from the start before we get started here. Make sure that your staff understands the importance of follow up. I mean, I think I read somewhere where when they did a survey, they found out that the sale was actually made after the fifth contact. But of course, we don't have to worry about, hopefully we don't have to. It won't take us 5 times to get a prospect to join our club, but you can understand the mindset. The mindset has got to be, okay, follow up, follow up, follow up. Just keep following up. Okay, guys, let's get into this. This will be. I'll try to also download this on iTunes. So hopefully, if you're able to hear it there, if you can, break out with your handphone and take down a few notes in your notebook there. All right, guys, let's do it. Why use follow up in your marketing? Simple. You can use follow up tactics to get more for your direct response marketing. And make sure you're using DRM with postcards, flyers, and name cards, etc. Study DRM and learn how to use it to bring in tons of leads a day. Then have your staff ready to leverage those leads. The staff must be trained and on board too, because their attitude is going to be the deciding factor. All right, let's talk about this for a minute, guys. Why is follow up so important in your market? I can tell you one. DRM stands for direct response marketing. Okay, that's when you actually create the sale. You just don't sit back at your tennis club and wait for members to come in. You actually go out there and you generate leads. This is very important. And now with, I think it's every door direct mail and the other cheap postcards. I mean, every tennis club out there should be using them weekly, monthly, daily. It doesn't matter. You need leads, guys. Remember, you need leads. Lots of leads will solve lots of problems. And again, you got to get your staff on board with this. You got to say, look, I mean, guys, we're going to make sure that we start using postcards. So you guys got to do your job. When these inbound calls come in, when they have those inbound calls, they got to make sure that they have one thing in mind. They have their script, but their main objective should be to get that prospect down to your club for a free visit or some type of free offer, free lesson. Okay, very important, guys. Very important with this. Follow up is the key to marketing. They say that most people will make a buying decision on the 5th to 7th time. But if you do this front end marketing right, you won't have to go through that. First thing to understand is what real marketing is. Real marketing is selling in advance. So the first sale you need to get is to sell them on your offer, and that offer should be a free offer. Then close them after they take the free lesson or visit. Okay, guys, follow up is the key to real marketing. I can tell you that right now. Follow up is the key to real marketing. When you think about it, if your direct response marketing is, you know, well situated or prepared on the front end, you're basically pre-selling. That's what real marketing is, guys. You're selling in advance. So by the time you actually get them down to your club, they're already ready to join. Okay. But of course, there may be a few steps here and there that, like, you may have to have a sequence of postcard reminders, like the first notice or the second notice or the third notice. Whatever you do, whatever campaign you're using, just make sure that you, like I said, guys, you're definitely using follow up. Okay. Follow up with all new contacts. Okay, guys, let's get into these important 3 tips here. Okay. Let's follow up with the new contacts in 24 hours. At the least, your staff needs to be collecting emails, addresses, and phone numbers. You must leverage every lead for all it is worth. Then your staff can contact them within 24 hours and offer a free lesson or visit. Your staff and you must be hungry for leads. So this first tip is very important, guys. Whoever, I don't care, whatever inbound call is, your staff has to get their contact information. Okay, email, address, phone number, or get all three. But they have to be hungry. Okay, you gotta be hungry. They have to be hungry for leads. That's the main thing they're trying to do. They're trying to get a ton of leads. I mean, to me, guys, I think the one thing you want to understand about leads too, the more you have and the better you get at converting those leads, the better you're going to get at. I'm sorry, that's just the plain fact. So, you got a bunch of leads coming in. You're constantly, working on how to improve on converting them. Everything's just going to come together like that. Bam. But this first one is make sure that you follow up with all new contacts. I don't care who it is. Okay, you should follow up with them within 24 hours. Some people say, "Oh, why don't it seem like I'm desperate for business?" Wrong. You do want to be aggressive. Let them know that you want their business. Let them know that you're prepared to do anything to get their business. And make sure, like I said, guys, that first new contact, when you do postcards, you got to make sure that you get your money worth. I mean, letting a lead slip away is basically throwing away money, with your direct marketing. That's what you're doing there. Okay, keep that in mind. 2, follow with all new members in days. All new members should get a follow up 24 hours after they join. Send them a free gift or just a thank you note. This will set the stage for your relationship with them. They will know that you are serious about giving first class service and that their business is important to you and your club. The service industry is in bad shape, so when people get great service, they always talk about it to their friends, and they also give many referrals. This is a good one here, and then use the other two. Their goal. Now this is with all new members, guys. You want to make sure that within that first day that you send them some type of thank you note or email or a free gift. A free gift is even better. And then what this does is sets the stage that the prospect knows. Oh my God! Wow, this club is really serious here about it. Like really giving great service. Now what are they going to do? Who are they going to talk about that with? You're right. Their family, their friends. You're going to start getting tons of referrals. I mean, I really try to tell, and I learned this again. I'm sorry, guys. I taught in Japan in Kansai for a couple, and I was lucky to teach for a couple of great managers. And then these 3 tips are after, coming from them. But what they would do is, I think within the first day, they would get like a free gift card. Because I used to work for Hunk, you guys, but they would give them this free gift card to thank you, and a thank you note saying, "Hey, we really welcome your business, and we're glad you're on board." And I mean, I'll never forget, they would just get tons of referrals from this. And on top of that, the staff was so good. Think about it, and this is what you need to tell your staff. Once you get them in your club, that's when you really need to start giving great service so you can start earning those referrals. And let's focus on that word earning the referral. Because I can tell you, I've talked to a few friends too that are working over in the States right now. Some clubs, I mean, they're okay if that, but how many clubs out there are just totally committed to giving great service? Not that many. In the whole service industry, I mean, it sucks now. I guess, I mean, I was it a month ago, I traveled with a Japanese friend to the States, and we were both saying the same thing coming back. I mean, we would go in some of these places, and they wouldn't even, greet us. So it's like, people are lost here. I mean, people, nobody is going to come back to your place of business if you're not going to give them a good reason to. But anyway, but like I said here, guys, this tip here can really help you out, because what you're doing is you're establishing that relationship. When you think about it, it's all about the relationship. It's not okay. We want to bring in new members, but we want those new members to keep doing business with us. We want them to become a lifetime member with us, and we want them to bring in tons of referrals. Okay, tons of referrals. As a matter of fact, if you have brought in 10 new people last month, and you at least get 10 referrals from that, you got to talk to your staff. You guys got to get you got to get your service game up. Okay. Okay. Number 3 here. Follow up with referrals. When your students say, "I was just thinking about your club with a friend," you need to say, "Please give me their contact information so you can get them in a free sample lesson or visit." By doing this way, you are taking full control of the referral cycle. That gives you the power and not them, which is very important. Leverage. Make it easy for them to give you referrals by doing all the leg work. Okay, it's the last tip, guys. Referrals. When you get a referral, the minute your member says something like, "Wow, so and so was asking me about, I was talking about so and so with you," take charge. Say, "Oh, okay, please give me their contact information so I can set up a free visit or something." Now, it does a few things, guys. Think about that. You're taking full control of the whole referral cycle, because there's a cycle. Some of these cycles, for me, it shouldn't take 2 or 3 days. With this, that day you're following up right there within 24 hours, getting them to come down there for nothing but a free lesson. Remember, we're making a really an irresistible offer because it's just a free offer. There's nothing else. It's just a free offer. Think about it. That's it. Okay, guys, and I think this is very important. I actually got this one. I'm sorry, guys. I got this from Dan Kennedy, and I think it's a great one because when I started doing this one, I really saw how I was able to really just not only make it easy for my students to give me more referrals, but I had total control over it. I had total control over. So, like I said, think about this. Do it, guys. I mean, it really. I guarantee you. You're going to see yourself closing more referrals more easily. And of course, your students and your members are going to be loving you for it. Okay, combine them all together. Take these 3 follow-up tips and make them your own. Go over them with your staff in your next meeting and make sure that they are on board with it. Monitor them. If they aren't, get rid of them. You see, if you want to grow your tennis club, you need a great staff. Fire fast and hire slow. Hire people with great attitudes and train them on how to market and sell your club. All right, let's put this all together, guys. I mean, you have to be thinking about combining these, all 3 of these tips and, adapt them, adjust them to your certain club situation. But then at your next meeting, go over all this and expand on it. Get creative with how you're going to implement it. And then, hey, it's all about results. It's all about results. Monitor them, see what's going on. And if they're not with it, just get rid of them. I mean, people talk about this all the time. I agree with this. You want to fire fast and you want to hire slow. So this is very important. Hire people with great attitudes and train them. Okay, guys, it's all about training. As long as they got a great attitude, hey, guys, they're good to go. But if they got a bad attitude, which I see a lot of, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about here. We see a lot of bad attitudes out there. Get rid of them. I mean, I would not be relentless with this, guys, because we're talking about the new economy here, and people just aren't going for it. Come on. Okay, build a great culture at your tennis club. The bottom line is that when you are building your tennis club, you want to build a foundation around a great staff, and it starts with the culture that you build or allow to take place. What are you allowing to take place at your club that is hurting your growth? Find out what it is and put a stop to it today. This is why I would only hire great salespeople, because marketing is the only thing that doesn't cost you money. That's right, guys. The culture at your club, what your staff, what type of culture are you allowing? I mean, I would not allow any of my staff to speak negatively at all about the members, no matter how bad those members may be. Because remember, a lot of times, the minute we change the way we look at a certain situation, the person in that situation changes. Meaning they'll start acting the way we want them to act. But we have to see it first. And again, it starts with hiring great staff. And the one thing I had to take what I had from my 2 managers was that, man, they were relentless as far as the service. I mean, guys, I must admit, the reason why Q, and unfortunately they got bought out by another club, but the reason why they got it bought out was simple, because this guy, they wanted that manager. I mean, he had a system in place where not only was he's a great manager, but he was leading by example. And he did not put up with anything that would. I mean, he was just modeling excellence. I can tell you right now, the reason why Nishinoma Tennis Club was such a great club was because he was just modeling excellence. Okay, and all these two follow-up tips here, he was relentless with it. Relentless. I mean, I know they saved tons of money just by following his example. Your last word here. Ask any true marketer or salesperson, they will tell you the key to making sales is using marketing to pre-sale products. But the other key factor is in the follow-up. Take these 3 tips, take them to another level, and watch your club start growing in weeks. Make sure you sign up for the free course that I'll link in the description. If you are listening on iTunes, then email me at ntgtennis@gmail.com. Let me repeat that: ntgtennis@mark.com. Now, guys, like I said, just take all 3 of these and focus on really trying to get them into the heart of your club system and make sure that everybody buys into it. Okay, I have a free course too that I want you to talk to you about, and I'll leave that link in the description box. So make sure that you go there if you're a tennis club owner. I think I have you get the free PDF email marketing for tennis clubs, and you also get the free course. So you can't beat that. And of course, if you want to hire me, hey guys, that's my email address. I would love to work with some of you guys. Enjoyed this. Hope to talk to you soon.